Hanging out here in the back garden and the front garden, feeling better, so I'm able to get back into doing some gardening here. I'll show you what I've been up to so far. Out here on the porch, I was given all these beautiful succulent cuttings, and I've gotten a lot of them transplanted already, but not all. I have some still in these paper bags, which I'm going to try to do today. I had a lot of cuttings, so I gave some away, and probably be getting more cuttings, so I'll be giving more of these away. Cactuses and succulents are pretty expensive to buy, but I have a friend who grows a lot of them, and she's always willing to give me her cuttings, so I love to share the joy. The only thing that's not a succulent here is these Persian chives, which another friend gave me. I've got two containers with them. They are delicious. They don't look like conventional chives. They look more like some sort of grass, but they've got a very strong garlic flavor. I've had them raw. I haven't had them cooked yet, but my friend tells me they're delicious cooked, so I'm gonna have to do that. A little hard to see here with the sun, but my veggie starts have taken off, and I'm gonna need to either transplant that to a larger container or into their final container, whatever. Here's that celery that I started from the bottom of a thing of celery I bought, and it's going fine. Again, my cat keeps hitting my arm, so the camera is moving. I was able to move my outdoor cactuses back outdoors. They were on the front porch for the longest time. They got, the snow wasn't as much of a problem as the continual rain, which dry rotted so many of them. So I'm hoping that being outside, some repair will happen. Already I'm seeing new growth, like right there. It was a tough winter. Pulled these off the front porch, and they're in one of my mini greenhouses here in front of the house. And everything seems to be coming back to life here. I continue to be amazed by the variety of wildflowers. One dies out, another one comes up. They're just always so pretty, and I love hearing the bees here early in the morning drinking their fill. When I was at Walmart the other day, I got this beautiful petunia. It was originally, I think, $8 or $9, and got it for $2.50 whenever I go to. Look, somebody is so jealous. Whenever I go to Walmart, I go to the garden center, and they have a section of plants that are not doing so well. So always grab one or two, and with a little bit of care, it's fine. I took it out of its small container, broke up the roots a little bit, and put it in a bigger container. It's going to be out here with everything else, which is blooming nicely. Just love all this color. I also got some bare root strawberries the other day at the nursery. I have a friend in Montana who is successfully growing strawberries, and I got jealous. So I got these, and we'll see how they do. I have other strawberries in the front, a couple years old, which are doing fine, and I have a friend down the road who grows strawberries beautifully, rain, storm, snow, whatever. So since these are local, they said they would do well in the winter. I'm going to give them a try. These are ever bearing. I'm thinking of going back and getting some June bearing. Spring zucchini seed is doing well here. There's room for more zucchini in here, so I put a couple more seeds in here. We'll see what comes out. Yellow zucchini seeds also doing great and just pop into life. I found some pumpkins growing here. I'd planted some seeds here, and then an animal had come and dug everything up, and I thought all was lost. And here it is. These are mini pumpkins. I had a lot of seeds, so I really didn't want to buy more seeds, so I just planted what I had, which were the mini pumpkins. My rhubarb never gets above a certain height, which is frustrating. Garlic and onion all are doing well, and here's the last of my beautiful irises. My friend has a garden down the road which is already producing and growing faster than mine, but he's got full sun. I do not have full sun. It is still shady here. I am kind of in a little bowl. You can see the trees go up into the hills. And then here to my left, I have some bay trees, etc., which just go up and up and up and up and up and up, and it takes a while for the sun to get over that. So things just go a little slower, but that's okay. I'm trying a new type of tomato out this year. I think it's called a Paul Robeson. And I went to a seed store, Baker Creek seed store, and said, listen, I have a short season because of the sun and all that, so they said that might be a good fit. I will be giving some of my seed starts, my tomato seed starts, to my friend who will grow them for me in his full sun garden, and then I get tomatoes, some of the tomatoes back, and I'm going to try some of them here too. I realize as I go on, I have everything above ground here in these big totes. And basically I fill them with table scraps, some of my vegetable table scraps. And I put some wood in there, and I put chips, wood chips from the garden in here, and it's made great soil. But I need to make more soil faster. I'm going to use what I have for transplanting today, but I'll probably have to go to the nursery and get some soil for the rest of the things I want to do. I was hoping to get away from doing that this year because I love making my own soil, but that's okay. Let's get started this morning with this peppermint. Got quite a bit of it growing, maybe 5 or 6 plants. So I'm going to separate them out. Got those transplanted into 4 little containers. I might give some away or just keep them. I'm not sure. I was thinking about this over time, and I have these, as you know, these big totes here, and I'd like to devote some of these totes to just single items like just peppermint or just thyme or just that dianthus. So I have to prepare more totes by drilling holes in the bottom and starting to fill them up also with table scraps and with all the things I do to make soil. Even found some potatoes. I've had to pull out some of their potato plants. They were kind of growing there as a volunteer. One time when I have enough of these totes, I'm just going to let them go, but I have a limited amount of space and I really want to grow tomatoes and a couple of other things. So took what I could out of the ground, and the rest will just have to be another time. This rosemary just thrived out here over the winter, snow, rain, everything, but I'm going to put it in a bigger container because it needs and deserves more room. I love rosemary. I use it in a lot of things, and I have one in the front, so I'd love to have one in the back. I always want to have a rosemary bush going somewhere. It's going to be needing a little bit more soil here, as you can see, but I'll be taking care of that in a couple hours, going into town to get a couple bags of soil. Well, here we are. It's around almost 5 o'clock. I spaced myself out during the day, did some cooking, did some resting, but I got just about all the rest of my succulents planted here, and some I got potted and put in another place. I have some of these big ones still left. I do like them, but they take up a lot of room and they don't do well over the winter, so I'm going to plant the smaller ones. I have a bag full of bigger ones I'm going to give to a friend who has space for them in a more appropriate year-round climate. I did not get to the point of transplanting these vegetable plants, but I will do that tomorrow morning. I moved around some plants down here and looked at what was going on, pulled up some weeds. I'm assessing the containers I have right now. I've got some empty ones over here, which I'm going to start filling with wood chips and all that composting material. I will most likely be going tomorrow or the next day to the local nursery and getting some potting soil because I do want to have some stuff transplanted into bigger containers. It's definitely getting breezy and cool here. It's been a beautiful day. Any time spent in the garden with no limits, it's definitely a beautiful day. Hope your day is beautiful, whatever you choose to do with it. Thank you so much for joining me today.